You know that room in your house that's fine, but every time you walk into it, you think this could be so much better. This is that room. So today I'm teaming up with Lowe's to give this room the upgrade that it deserves. And we're totally going in a different direction from anything that I've done before. We're also going to be refinishing an heirloom piece that's been quietly waiting in the garage for its turn. So let's say goodbye to boring. This makeover starts right now.
So this front room has just never had the greatest vibe. I felt like we did a great job with the MCM dining room, but then the front room, well, it's just never been great in my opinion. So I went onto Pinterest and found some inspo. So now let's head to Lowe's and make those dreams a reality. For the main color palette in this room, I am in love with the HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Color of the Year for 2026, and that is Universal Khaki. It is a perfect warm neutral that's going to be a great base for the start of this project. I'm grabbing this in their Infinity collection with a satin finish. Now that I've checked everything off my Lowe's list, let's get home and get to work.
All right, all the prep work is done, all the paper is down on the floor so we don't get paint anywhere, and now we're gonna start trimming everything out. Now it's the time that everything starts to get exciting.
Luckily, I've got a helper on this project, so let's see if we can knock out all this trim work in one day.
I got the Wagner Easy Roller for this job because now that we've got everything trimmed out, this should make painting the majority of this super quick. Let's get this unboxed.
This Wagner Paint Stick Easy Roller eliminates the need for a tray, which means a lot less mess. You fill it up directly from the can. It helps you paint 2 times faster than a manual roller. You can paint a 7 by 10 inch area wall in a single fill, which allows you to quickly transform any room that you're working on. And I love that you don't have to stop and reload the roller, which means a whole lot less mess for somebody who's pretty messy like myself. The star of the show today is definitely going to be this peel and stick mural that we're making on this main wall right when you walk into our home. This is a Pinterest inspired idea that I've been wanting to try for a while, so I think I finally have the perfect pieces in place to do this now. Once I figured out the size of the mural that I wanted, I just used a laser level and some painter's tape to help outline it so I knew exactly where the peel and stick wallpaper would go.
I found the perfect peel and stick wallpaper on Lowes.com, so we ordered this and picked it up today, and this should be perfect for this idea that we're creating against this back wall. I want this to look like sort of a painting or a mural. It should really help accentuate that color khaki that we just painted on the walls. I picked up this Dremel blueprint last time I was in Lowe's, and it has been so helpful cutting all of the pieces of trim that I cut to redo furniture. But we're going to use it today to cut out that picture frame molding that I got for the wall.
$40 we need like 32 feet. 36 feet.
To trim out this project, I picked up some 2¼ inch by 10 foot unfinished pine, and I'll get these cut and stain them to match the wall.
I'm going to stain them in the color Provincial, so they are a nice dark shade, and it should play off of the wallpaper and then some of the new furniture that's going in. Just add a little more depth to that wall. And I will be sure to link everything that I'm using today in the description box below. Today's the day. There's a lot of moving pieces going in today, but first of all, we are finally going to be able to get the frame around this piece of wallpaper on the wall and really start bringing this vision of mine to life. I'm so excited to finally create this Pinterest-inspired look that I've been wanting to do for a long time, so let's do it.
Once we were sure that the trim pieces were level, we attached them to the wall with a nail gun. I measured the wallpaper just a little bit over where I knew the frame would be, just to allow for any mistakes. Then I went back in with a razor blade and just cut off all the extra. I decided I wanted some curtain panels in here to sort of tie together the look, so I went back into Lowe's and found some linen shears that I really loved and a curtain rod that I thought would be perfect for this decor. We are right in the middle of my massive sitting room glow up, but I think it needs one more important piece. And what is a lemons to lemonade video without a furniture flip? So I've got this beautiful mid-century modern buffet. It's an heirloom piece, and I think it's going to be the perfect way to set off this framed wallpaper wall. It's going to be a really quick clean and shine using Restore Finish. I grabbed this from Lowe's. We're talking 30 minutes of work for that perfect luxurious showroom finish. First, I'm going to do a soap and water clean before we start the restoration. I do really like the patina that's on these handles, and we're definitely going to keep the handles because they're super cool. But I'm going to take these off of here and give them a vinegar bath and just see if I can polish them up a little bit more. When I went to Lowe's, I knew that the walnut Restore Finish was going to be the one that was going to be the best fit for this project. They have a few different colors, so you want to make sure that you get the right color for the piece that you're doing. So since this one is so scratched up on the top, I'm going to use some really fine steel wool and just go very gently in circular motion, sort of rubbing this into
all the dings and scratches, and it shouldn't take much more than that. It actually should get up this water ring mark as well. This stuff's so cool.
It's pickup day. My rug, chandelier, and couches are ready to go. I planned all of the furnishings out at Lowes.com. All I did was filter by the style that I wanted, and then it gave me plenty of options to choose from and sent me a text when my order was ready. The hardware's all clean for our mid-century modern buffet. I'll get these attached and we'll move them inside.
Here comes the fun part. Now it's time to get it staged.
For the rug, I chose this Allen & Roth 8x10" green rectangular indoor rug. I loved it because it matched the mural really well and it's pet friendly, so it'll be perfect for us. For the sofa, I chose a Lowe modern gray chenille sofa with slip covers. I love that it's a 3-seater, and the neutral tone fabric is going to be perfect with that mural wall. I also loved these corduroy armchairs. They're the perfect MCM vibe, and of course, they're in the color khaki. I found this set of olive trees along with some other really beautiful decor, and this was a definite add to cart. These battery-operated wall sconces were so simple to install, and they come with a remote, so it's really easy to turn them on and off. What did you think of today's amazing transformation? Did you love that framed mural wall as much as I do? The beautiful furniture, the sconces on the wall, all of this provided us with such a beautiful space. I finally feel like I can entertain up here in this area and have people over and feel comfortable, and it finally looks like it's finished. I linked everything that we used today in the description below, so be sure to check that out. And a huge thank you to Lowe's for being the sponsor of today's video and making all of this possible. They literally made the vision in my head come to reality, which is awesome. You know I've got another fun flip coming your way next week, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's keep turning lemons into lemonade. I'll see you next time.